now have clear evidence of artillery and rocket fire from Russia into Ukraine. And while the Russians have said that they want to de-escalate the conflict, their actions have not shown a shred of evidence that they really have a legitimate desire to end the violence and end the bloodshed.
Putin not showing signs that he slows down.
President Putin can make a huge difference here if he chooses to. And we and our European partners will take additional measures and impose wider sanctions on key sections of the Russian economy if that is what we must do. We hope that it will not be necessary. And if Russia continues to go down this path, however, Russia will leave the international community with no choice.
What exactly the United States is going to do if Russia invades Ukraine?
I'm glad we have the same vision of these developments, and I'm glad that I feel a real commitment, a real solidarity here. We have in Ukraine clear commitment to the settlement of the situation in Donetsk and Lugansk, and the peace plan of the President of Ukraine.
And about the sanctions and Vladimir Putin. But first, let me ask you about the situation.
President Obama has it right, and the international community has it right, when we say that it is more appropriate to try to resolve the underlying issues at a negotiating table than to continue a tit-for-tat of violence that will invite more violence and perhaps a greater downward spiral, which would be much more difficult to recover from.
In the Middle East, overnight, 2 UN officials have been reported.
I've spent 29 years in the United States Senate and had a 100% voting record pro-Israel. And I will not take a second seat to anybody in my friendship or my devotion to the protection of the State of Israel. But I also believe, as somebody who's been to war, that it is better to try to find a way, if you can, to solve these problems before you get dragged into something that you can't stop.